Well, Scott, I'm sure if there was a remedy for the past 3 games, that was definitely it there, a 2-0 win at home against Ebbsfleet United. How do you feel after that?
Yeah, I think when you play teams like Ebbsfleet, it almost feels like a bit of a cup tie. I think they're in a completely different stratosphere to us, and it's David versus Goliath. I used that phrase or terminology before the game, and I said no one in non-league football fancies us today, and that's the truth, and that's absolutely fine, and I understand why, because they've obviously won 3, not conceded a goal. We've lost 2 and not scored a goal. So yeah, the odds were stacked against us, but listen, I think we needed that one, and I thought it was at times a very, very sort of like diligent performance. I thought the boys were really good in terms of the messaging that we gave them, and I thought they carried it out very well. It was backs against the wall at times in terms of territory and possession, but I said to the lads before the game, listen, enjoy defending. It's not going to be plain sailing. We're going to have to surrender at times, and we're going to have to hurt. So I think we did that in large spells, but I thought we fully deserved the win. We limited them to very little, and I'm just delighted for obviously the boys, the supporters, that we could celebrate that one together, because the last thing you want to do is lose today, go into the 5th match. It's the 5th match, isn't it? I'm tired. Yeah, it's the 5th match. So it would have gone into the 5th match having not got a win. Would have been difficult. So yeah, no, great day all round. So yeah, it's been really good.
I'm sure Tarek wouldn't have been in your mind to have scored the first goal of the season, but I'm sure you probably don't care.
No, obviously off his back as well. I don't think he could ever do it again if he tried, but great work from Tyreek to win the ball back. Really good cross, and then, listen, I'd say it was a good finish, but it wasn't. But it went in the back of the net, so they all count. But I thought Tarek, until he went off, was superb. I thought he was very, very good. Just a bit of precaution as well with his hamstrings. They're a little bit tight, so I thought he was excellent today, I really did. But I'm not going to single anyone out unless you ask me, but I thought it was a real collective performance. I thought everyone, to a man, was fantastic.
You say not to single anyone out, but I will, because there was actually a few names mentioned around me that stood out for a few people, including Dan Roth, who's spoken to us already, Tyreek Clark, of course, and obviously the goal scorer himself, Tarek. For you, is this sort of now the level you want to see moving forward from your side?
It would be nice, but you can never guarantee that it's going to happen. It's really difficult going into Monday straight away. It's obviously a quick turnaround, same for both teams. I know Eastbourne have travelled to Bath. We've got to now travel there on Monday. We've got to make sure the boys are refreshed and ready to go. In terms of the intensity, the desire, all of the adjectives that you use to describe a Scott Davies team, I guess, I think was there today. And it has been there at Tunbridge. Hemel not so much, and Dorking not so much, because we were playing a really good side. But I think that's the sort of levels of performance and intensity that we want to get to. But listen, we know that we're human beings. We're going to make mistakes. The boys are going to make mistakes. I'll get things wrong from time to time. But listen, the one thing that I've always sort of prided myself on is obviously the hard work in the team. And I said to the boys the other day, in my side, you have to run. You have to be able to run, and you've got to be willing to run. And I thought today they did exactly that.
We spoke on Tuesday about the fact you had named an unchanged side for the first 3 games. You made 4 changes today. What was your thoughts on those changes?
Youthfulness up top. Obviously, a player from step 5, a player from step 4, and a player from our youth team. So people might call us crazy, but we thought Ebbsfleet would go with experience at the back. They didn't. They obviously made changes as well. But we just thought, you know what, we're not going to get into a football match with Ebbsfleet. They're obviously a fantastic side. They've got some unbelievable footballers that would get in every team in this league. So if you get into a football match, chances are we're going to lose. So we want it to be a little bit more direct, play down the sides and in behind. Try and get 3 versus 3 against their back 3 as often as possible. We did it 2 years ago when they came here in the FA Cup, played exactly the same way. And I thought, you know what, it worked then, maybe it'll work again. And I thought at times it did. But then obviously the lads come on to shore things up. We looked at the bench, we had some good experience on there. And the boys that come on as well really took to it. If they come on and don't do their jobs, it all falls to pieces. So I think for us it was a really gritty performance, but I'll take them all day long. To score 2 goals against Ebbsfleet and keep a clean sheet is a real good performance. And I think the most important thing about today, obviously Mark Hunter, bless him, listen, his family are in our thoughts, and it's hit me personally like a ton of bricks. So yeah, it's difficult. I think this time last Saturday, I was walking out of here and I obviously spoke to Lee and I got the sad news. And yeah, listen, it's just extremely sad. That one's definitely for him. He's going to be hugely missed. I think the thing about Marky is he's just such a unassuming man. Unless you get to know him, you don't realise how much of a legend he is. We had a fantastic relationship, and yeah, it's probably a unique one. Like I said on a couple of social media posts, I'll miss him coming in when we lose a game and telling me that I've got it wrong and it wasn't very good. But yeah, no, listen, that one's definitely for him, and I think, oh God. I think, yeah, listen, it's a special day, it's an emotional day, but I think the 3 points today is probably, it was part of our team talk, and I think he's the reason why we got over the line this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a really sad note to have sort of played the game on today, but I think you've just said there, that one was definitely for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I see Lee at the end, his son, I see Brooke, obviously his granddaughter. I said to my wife the other day, someone I've seen 3 times a week for the last 7.5 years almost, apart from the couple of times that I've left the club. But yeah, it's one of those ones. He doesn't say much or didn't say much, but when you got him one-on-one, it's just brilliant. I missed him last Saturday when he wasn't there to do the team sheets, and today not having him there was strange. But yeah, no, listen, hopefully we've given him a nice send-off today. And then going forward, whatever happens, like with his funeral and things like that, I'm sure that he'll get spoken about so highly because he did so many jobs at the club that other people wouldn't want to do. There was never a job too big, too small. And yeah, listen, that one's definitely for him.
A very quick turnaround then to Eastbourne on Bank Holiday Monday. You've already mentioned a few times you're knackered yourself. What sort of squad are we looking at for Monday already? And are we going to see a few changes?
Yeah, listen, I think we're going to have to change it up. We're going to have to. It's as simple as that. Like, the boys have gone 100% today in that game. I think they've given their absolute all. I'm speaking from myself as well. I'm tired. I'm looking forward to getting home, putting my feet up and resting. But yeah, listen, we'll have to make changes. I think we had an idea for today and an idea for Monday. But it's all dependent on the result. I think that's the most important thing. But it's going to be a tough game regardless of how Eastbourne are getting on so far. Got some fantastic players, and we know it'll be difficult going down there. It's always a tough place to go. Pitch is absolutely massive, so we will need fresh legs, and some of the boys will be fresher going into Monday, the ones that have been on the bench today. So I'll have to think about it tomorrow. I'll speak to the management team. I must say today as well, the management team were brilliant. Obviously when I'm playing, really grateful to have them on the side of the pitch, being able to conduct things. It was a real team effort. We went through a lot of detail this week in terms of how we approach the game against Ebbsfleet, because it is a difficult task. There's a million things that go through your head. It was probably the most difficult team I've had to pick in almost 3 years. But between us, listen, I think we got it right. So yeah, listen, I think all round it was a collective effort, and the supporters were brilliant as well. You can see the emotion at the end when Johnny's goal goes in. I think 15 people off the dugout running down the side. I sprinted up as well and I struggled to get back. But it just shows the emotion and how much people care about their football in this club. And I'm just delighted that we've got a win on the board.
Brilliant. Thank you, Scott, for your time this afternoon, and we'll see you in less than 48 hours at Eastbourne.
Sounds great. Cheers, Con.